Hello and welcome. In this video we are going to move the data from the third-party database to Oracle. This is the last step in the migration wizard, and we are going to move the data to the new database. The migrating the data is a process that copies the data from the third-party database to the new tables in the Oracle database. So the migration wizard uses the same Oracle database connection required to run the scripts as does to move the data. So it uses the same connection to run the script and also to move the data. So the connection I used was the sys account, which is a system admin account. So this is where we left off in the last video. So if there's any existing data, there's an option here to truncate the data. So just click on the next button. If you get a prompt for password, just put your password in and click. So what that does now, it gives you a summary page here where you can see a summary of all the migration steps. So you can click through the plus here just to expand. You can click through that to expand. You can click just to expand to see more detailed summary. So have a quick look at a summary of your steps. Make sure you, in the translate option, you've got your SQL object selected. Make sure that is set to yes. And once you've got all the other settings identical to mine, so when you're done, click on finish. It will then go ahead and generate the scripts that will create your new database. It will also move the data from SQL Server into Oracle. The migration is taking quite a while for me because I selected all the SQL objects. So it's translating and generating the script for all of them in order to create a new database. The migration has now completed, so you should get a message saying migration has completed. Click OK, and that's the new Oracle database there, which has been migrated from a third-party database, which is Microsoft SQL Server. Now that we've got our new Oracle database, we can now create a new connection for the database. So let's go ahead and create a new connection to our new database that has been migrated from SQL Server. So this is a database. If you just click on the plus sign here, you can see it's called AdventureWorks 2014. So this is what I'm going to call the connection. So I'm going to click on this plus sign here to create a new connection, and I'm going to call it AdventureWorks 2014, which is the name given it here, AdventureWorks 2014. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the username. I'm just going to copy and paste. Username is going to be AdventureWorks. Password, I'm going to set that to AdventureWorks as well. I'm going to save that. I'm going to choose a connection string and make that red so that I can identify all these are all connections that I have saved. One good thing you can do is color code all your connections, so when you're trying to perform some queries, you know that you are executing the query on the right database. So it's a good idea to color code your connections. I've not done all these. I've only done, I think, one, and then I'm doing this one now. All right, so next thing to do is to test Before we save the connection, let me test to see if I can connect. You can see I've got a success under status. That means it's talking to the database. So I click save. So I've saved the connection. Now I can connect. Click on connect. So this, when you connect to a new connection, it automatically opens up this worksheet for you. You can see that's highlighted, which means that's the current connection I am in. So let's try and view all the database objects here from this migrated AdventureWorks. I'm just going to collapse this and then we can focus on the new connection here. So I click on here. I just go to my AdventureWorks again, click on the plus sign, and that will give me tables. If I scroll down, this AdventureWorks database that was migrated over has a few schemas in there. So the schemas will be represented as other users. So if I click on the plus sign here, we'll have them come up as other users. So these are all the users here. You can see it says Human Resources AdventureWorks. We've got one here for Person AdventureWorks, Production AdventureWorks. So all these are all different schemas. So you can, for example, if I click on the Human Resources, I can click on that and look at the tables. If I want to look at the content, I just click on that and that will populate the content. It gives me the table structure. So you can feel free to look at the different structure parts of the table. So you can see that the database has been migrated successfully. What I want to do is just run a quick query. So I'm just going to put in a basic query. So this is a quick query here. So it's selecting star. That means it's selecting all the columns from this Human Resources schema. And the username you got is AdventureWorks2, which is this. And the database, the table is employees, okay, which is this table here. So I'm just going to run this query and that will return some data. So excellent. So it's returned data from all the columns in that table. So this confirms that the migration has been a success. I've been able to interrogate the migrated database. Thanks so much for your time. This completes the migration of an SQL Server database into an Oracle database. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.